Hey guys, Miss Gillian here. So I have a really fun, awesome activity that I want to share with you guys that you can do today, you can do tomorrow, maybe do it over the weekend with your family, and challenge them, okay? Because it's a really cool experiment. So for this experiment, all we need is pennies. You need about 2 paper-sized tinfoil, and you need a bowl of water. So what we're gonna do is you are gonna take this tinfoil and you are gonna make it into a boat, some sort of object that will float in the water, okay? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna test a prediction that we're gonna make. And you guys all know, because we talk about it in my class all the time, when we make predictions, we are trying to figure out what is going to happen next. And then we test our prediction. We see if it's correct or we see if it's wrong, okay? So what I want you guys to do first is I want you to just put your pennies and your bowl of water off to the side. And I just want you guys to take your tinfoil and I want you to start creating your boat, okay? All right, so in the next clip, you guys are gonna see me make my boat and see how I do it. And then you guys are gonna do yours, and then we're gonna test to see how many pennies we think our object can have. All right guys, so I created my boat, right? You see it's all made out of 2 pieces of tinfoil, all right? And if you just look, I'm gonna move this little water over for a second. And what's gonna happen is I'm just gonna put it in there and look, it's already floating, okay? So I'm gonna take that out. So I know that when I do this, there's no water getting in it anywhere. So I know that's a good boat. So you guys need to test your boat out before you put the pennies in, okay? So we have it going around. There's no water getting in there, so I'm good. So I'm gonna grab a napkin. I'm gonna take my boat out and I'm just gonna put it off to the side. Okay, so just gonna sit right there for right now, okay? So before we do anything, I want you guys to get a piece of paper. You can get a marker, pencil, whatever you guys have at home, okay? And I'm gonna write the word prediction, okay? You can write prediction on your paper as well. Give you a few seconds to copy that down if you need to. Okay, so I don't know how many pennies I have in here. I didn't count them before I put them in here. I also have another jar full of other coins if we do need other coins. But this is pretty heavy. So I am gonna make a prediction that I think there's going to be 32 pennies. So I think that my boat can hold 32 pennies. So now I want you guys to take a moment. I want you to look at your boat and I want you to look at your pennies and I want you to think, how many pennies will my boat hold? Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a few seconds to do that while I get everything ready to go. Okay guys, so let's try it out and see what happens. I'm gonna move my camera down a little bit so you guys can see the water. Okay, and I'm gonna place my boat in here, okay, and I'm gonna count, okay? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so far guys, I'm at 20 pennies and look at my boat is still floating in the water. But I want you to notice something else. Look how I put my pennies inside the boat. I didn't just put them all in one area because if you were to do that, there would be more weight on that one area and it would sink into the water. So I placed my pennies throughout my boat. Okay, and we're still floating. So I have 20 pennies in there right now. I think 32 pennies, my boat will sink at 32 pennies. So I'm 12 pennies away. So let's see what happens. Okay, so we have 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Oh my gosh, guys, look what happened. My boat is still floating and I had 32. So I know that at 32, I'm gonna write next to it, okay, so I wrote down that at 32 pennies, it still floats. Okay, so, but let's keep going because I have pennies left in here and I still have a boat that's floating, so let's continue on. So I was at 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Okay guys, so I don't know if you can tell or not, which I'm gonna move you to see if you can, but if you notice, my boat is starting to sink a little bit. It's starting to go down on the sides over here. So, all right guys, so I'm at 60 pennies and they're starting to sink a little bit. So let's see how much more until it goes. So we have 61, 62, 63. Oh my goodness. So my boat held 63 pennies. Oh my gosh. Guys, can you believe that my prediction was that far off? But you know what? It's okay. It's okay if your prediction's off because we don't know. It's an unknown as to how many pennies would actually fit in the boat we created. Because 63 pennies might fit in my boat, but maybe only 40 pennies will fit in your boat, or maybe even 100 pennies. We never know, and that's what's so great about making predictions about things, because we never know what the outcome's going to be until we try and figure out what the actual outcome is. So I really loved doing this activity, and it's super simple for you guys to do at home. And if you don't have pennies, you can use, you can use a quarter if that works. Maybe you have a nickel or dimes, or maybe use a variety. It doesn't matter. As long as you guys have some sort of coins at home to do this, I think it's such a cool activity, and I hope you guys are able to do it. So real quick, I'm just gonna go over one more thing with you guys. I'm gonna go over what we need for this activity. So you need tinfoil, and it's about 2 sheets of tinfoil. You need a bucket of pennies and or coins, and then you need a bowl of water, a piece of paper, and a marker, pencil, or pen, whatever you have at home. and you're gonna make your prediction. And remember, our predictions is what we think is going to happen. And then we have to test our prediction. We have to test it out to see what is actually happening. So my prediction was 32 pennies, and it actually ended up being 63 pennies. So I can't wait for you guys to try it, and I can't wait for who's ever home with you to send me pictures and send me what your predictions were. And I hope you guys enjoy this activity as much as I did. Bye. Okay guys, it's challenge time. So I want you to do this with someone at home, and I want each of you to make your own boat, and I want each of you to make a prediction and see who was the closest. And have fun with this, because this is a great activity to do at home with your family members and just have fun. So, who was the closest?